Hi. I'm usually singing when I go live, like I'm waiting for the thing to start. And I used to like wait and make sure it was going and pose for a thumbnail, and then I would um, have some special thing to say. But I'm just gonna get in here and talk to you, okay? Because I think that I'm on my personal page and I'm talking to you personally, so I'm just gonna go with it, okay? Here's what's been on my mind today. And Facebook asks you the question, what's on your mind, Susan? Well, here's what's on my mind. And I thought, I think this is a fairly universal thing, like like I said in the description about when you make a big change, whether it's by your own choice or not, do you ever go, wow, why did I do that? Or now what do I do? Because that's where I am right now. That's where I kind of am. And I've been for a few weeks, really, honestly. I mean, I haven't even been really on Facebook a whole lot. I mostly have been just sharing cat pictures on Instagram, pictures of my cat, my own cat. Hey, Beth, hi. So I'm not even sure. Let me back up. And so see if you can relate to this, okay? First of all, I'm doing this on Facebook Live, and this is my office. Yes, I'm sitting out on the beach in my office chair with my computer. Anyway, I like this backdrop. I think it's really cool, and it's like my favorite thing. My favorite places in the world are home, Disney World, and the beach. And admittedly, I haven't been all over the world, but I've been to England, I've been to Paris, I've been to New York City, been to California, been to Colorado, both of which are great. Depends on where you go. I've been to Mexico and hither, thither, and yon, and those are my three places. Home, left my own bed, Disney World. I would live there, seriously. That would be home. And then I could put those two together. And the beach. So I live at the beach, so I guess I've kind of got 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right. So let's talk about when you make a change and what that's like. So specifically, what I'm talking about is that it's been coming for a while, but several months ago, I received guidance, divine guidance to expand my services. And it has taken months for that to evolve and to express itself, and for me to kind of go, okay, what is this? And so as I'm making changes toward that I'm not even sure what that is, it kind of, have you ever done something the same way for years and then you have to move, or you decide to change jobs, or you go back to school, or you graduate from school, and so it's like, okay, I think I've got the goal figured out, but it feels weird. It's not comfortable yet, So I'm kind of going, okay, now what do I do? Because for almost 14 years, I've been a psychic medium, and that's what I do. It's been all about the psychic readings, and angel cards and psychicking and talking to RIPs. And that's pretty much been it, and I've done other things over the years, little bits and pieces, but nothing like I'm doing now, which is where I've expanded into coaching. So I'm an intuitive life coach, and I've got a manifestation program that I love, which actually, that process of manifestation that I've developed is actually what's brought me here. It's actually how I got to the point of making changes, figuring out what my mojo is and how to use my mojo and my talents in service to others. So, I'm wondering if you've ever felt that before, because I'm just like on that point of, okay, now what do I do next? And one of the things that I've figured out lately, and you can use this is very, very cool. I've learned a little memory trick. Now, I happen to have a pretty darn good memory. I mean, I have an almost photographic memory. If you've ever heard of eidetic memory, that is supposed to be total recall, and it's supposed to be just theoretical because nobody really can do that. But some people have what psychologists or whatever whoever studies this sort of thing, neuroscientists maybe, some people have what's known as superior autobiographic memory. And so what that means is that they remember tiny details about their own lives forever. I saw Mary Lou Henner, who's an actress, one time on, gosh, it was such a long time ago. I think she was on Johnny Carson, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. This was a long time ago. But she was saying that she has superior autobiographic memory. And she said that, oh, anybody can do it. It started when I was a kid. I would think, as I was going to sleep, I would think today's Tuesday, August, or today's Wednesday, August 28th, and, 1972 or whatever it was. And today I wore my saddle Oxfords and my red plaid dress that I really like. It's got little fluffy sleeves. And I was carrying my black notebook and I wrote an essay, so she would go through her day and like commit that to memory before she went to sleep. And she thinks everybody can do that, which I don't think that's true. I don't think that you can just do that and suddenly have this great memory. But here's something that I just figured out for myself. Because your mind is really a very powerful computer, right? Your brain is a computer. And it does a lot for you, no matter how frustrated you get with it sometimes. It actually does a lot for you. And we work a lot on retraining your brain in my programs. So here's what happened to me the other day. And I want to give this to you as a little memory trick. When you can't remember something, like you open your mouth and start to say something and nothing comes out and you go, oh, I forgot, or I forget, or what was I talking about? Or my train of thought jumped the track, I lost my train of thought. And it especially happens when somebody interrupts you, right? Or something happens that interrupts you. You're in the middle of a sentence, the phone rings and you go, where was I? Okay, so I think we all have those moments. And like I said, I have a pretty good memory. It's not superior autobiographic memory, but it's pretty good. I remember a lot of stuff. And I didn't think it was anything special, which is what it is when you have a talent or a gift. You don't realize it's anything special. So I didn't think it was anything special until my children started saying, yeah, you have a better memory than anybody I know. And then the other day, my dad is 83 years old. I was talking to my dad, and he was saying, well, yeah, of course they should remember that. My earliest memories were before I was 2, or when I was 2. And I said, yeah, me too, but you and I are freaks of nature. It's very unusual. And he was like, he's 83 years old, and he's like, really? He thought everybody could remember as much as he could remember, Sorry, I just realized I needed to do that. So here's the memory trick, because it does happen to me. I was driving up I-45 here in Houston, and I needed to get off at the Loop, which is a loop. It's called 610 or the Loop or Loop 610. So I was going up I-45 north, and the Loop, goes both directions, and I needed to go west. And I couldn't remember if it was a left exit or a right exit, because when you get on the Beltway, which is the big outer loop, if you go west, it's a right exit. And so I was driving up 45 and thinking, oh, which way do I exit? Is it, which lane do I need to be in? Because these are big freeways. I had like 4 or 5 lanes that I needed to be in the correct lane. So I'm driving up the freeway and thinking, oh, I never can remember if 610 is to the left or to the right. And then I thought, what did I just tell myself? I can remember. I always remember. It's easy for me to remember. And boom, there it was, the memory. Yes, it's on the left. It's a left exit. And I have driven that way many, many, many times. Many times. I should know which way it is. And just telling myself, oh, I can never remember. I didn't remember. So try that. I used it again later when I realized what I had done. I'm like, yay, I told my brain that I could remember. And I remembered. So I was telling my husband about going to a cafeteria here in Houston with my dad. Very special, cool cafeteria. And I think of cafeteria food as being, like Luby's is kind of just one step up from high school cafeteria, right? But Luby's is fun too. Anyway, this cafeteria is a really special one. It's been family owned and operated since the 40s, shortly after World War II, or maybe into the 50s. An immigrant couple from Greece started it. and now their son runs it. And it's that they have employees who've been there for years and years. They have old family recipes. They fresh source all their food. On Fridays, they have fried shrimp because I guess, Greek Orthodox, like Catholic, they like to have fish on Fridays. And the fried shrimp is so good. Anyway, so I had gone to this cafeteria with my dad, and I was telling my husband about it, and I couldn't remember the name of it. And I told him, I said, we went to this cafeteria. Oh, I can't remember the name. And then I went, no, I can remember the name, and I remember it right now. I didn't say, I'll remember it in a minute, or I'll think of it in a minute, which is what my husband likes to say. But, if you say, I'll think of it in a minute, then after a minute, you're going to think of it in a minute, right? So I remember right now. And so in my mind, I thought, like that pianist, and I couldn't quite remember the pianist's name. So I thought, there was a teacher in my hometown with the same last name. Her name was Nell Clyburn. It's Cleburne Cafeteria. Boom. So tell your brain that you can remember and see how it works. Come back here and let me know, because I think it's a really good little trick. Trick your brain. Yes, I can remember. Yes, I remember what I paid for my first car, $2,750. And that is a true story. Okay, so back to the big changes. When you make a big change, what do you do? Think about when you move. Even if you choose to move, which most people do. I mean, there are reasons when you would move not by choice, but either way, when you move and you get into the new place, maybe it's not as nice as the place you were before, or maybe it's nicer than the place you were before, or maybe it's similar, but it's in a different neighborhood and it's a different location, and you're having trouble remembering how to drive to work. Whatever that is, that discomfort that comes with the change and the adjustment to the new circumstances. What do? How do you adjust to it? The guidance I've been getting through meditation is do it. You know what to do. In the same way that I say, I can remember right now. Oh, sure, I remember that. I remember which way to turn on the loop. In the same way that I say that, I say, I know what to do next. I know what to do. Oh, I know what to do. And I can do it. And I'm doing it right now. And so actually this video that I'm sitting here doing on my personal page is one of those things that I said, I know what to do. And I'm doing it now. And here I am. So if you have any tips on dealing with the discomfort of change and adjusting to new ways of things, I would love to hear from you. Yes, I am the guru. I am the MoJo. I am the coach. And I am your favorite know-it-all. But I want to hear how you deal with it. And, let's give each other tips. And let me know what you think about I can remember right now. I do remember right now. And I know what to do next. I know what to do. I'm doing it right now. So try those. And then also, what else have you got? What else have you got? Tell me. Help. Help. I need your help. And also, I'd appreciate it if you'd also tell people about me, about my services and how I can help them find their mojo and love their life. And you too. All right. I didn't really come on here to do a big promo. I really wanted to talk to you about this. So I did, and I'm done, and I will talk to you soon. I hope you're having a great afternoon. And until next time, MoJo out.